Since we left off, all I've done is cut this down with my bandsaw, so now it's just needs to be faced off on this end and cleaned up with sandpaper. Then you guys get to see my terribly stupid trick for getting the indicator buttons on the other two down to size. I'll call that good enough. Now I just need to run paper on it and it'll be done. After a brief bout with some sandpaper and a little bit of elbow grease, this bit I'm calling done. So now I've got to go through and get the indicator buttons on the other two set up. Some of you are probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm supposed to be working metal here. What's with the wood block? Well, you will recall that the buttons I'm gonna have to bring down are on this end, right? So I've got to take these down to 1 inch, but there's not really anything straight back here that I can grab onto. So I'm going to cut a friction fit or a jam chuck in this end. So essentially what I will end up doing is once I have this drilled out to 1 inch, I'm going to go through and I'm going to cut a taper that matches the spike here. So when I shove it in there and torque it down a little bit with the tailstock, it should be very solidly and rigidly in place, which means I can go through and actually bring this button down to the 1 inch diameter I need. No idea if that's actually going to work or not, but I'm hopeful. Jam chuck here appears to be working very nicely. So seems like that should hold neatly for getting this cut down and should provide enough friction for me to go ahead and cut it. Alright, 1 inch. I'm going to take some sandpaper to this as well to get it cleaned up and probably bevel this end down here with a file a bit to get it nice and pretty as well. And we can call this one just about done. After a great deal more time than I thought this would reasonably take, it's done. So all 3 pieces are here and ready to be shipped off to Mike. That is the bottom piece. This is the last ring bit that I did. And of course, that's the top of it. So I've got a little bit of grease on these to keep them from rusting out. Now I just gotta park them in a box and ship them off.